Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today, if I'm honest, I'm feeling our position's a little brittle here. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to approach the next phase of this game. Not getting the Wonder hurt a lot, and I think what probably happened, this is what I meant by shenanigans yesterday, I think what probably happened is Pink was behind us on construction, but had enough money due to, all of the AI's free incomes to just buy out the rest of their construction right as the turn before we would have finished building the thing ourselves. Which, by the way, is a thing that we totally could have done and perhaps should have. Like, I spent a bunch of dust on other things, but maybe the right play, if we're really pursuing that wonder, is to save up dust and just buy the wonder as quickly as possible, especially since it is a wonder that gives additional money. You know, we could have had more dust coming in. Like, that's probably what happened there. I did not play correctly by not devoting our economy 100% to the wonder. But I think last episode was probably pretty valuable, like pretty instructive, in a couple of different ways, showing how tight the margins often are in this game, especially on the higher difficulties. Like, we lost tactical training because on that one turn, I moved our hero before putting the skill point that gives an extra point of movement into play. Because if we'd had that and gotten to move one extra space that turn, we would have hit the Delver village a full turn earlier. We would have been able to wipe them out and thus do the turn in a full turn earlier and thus get our tactical training. And that's a big reward, right? That's a critically important reward. So there's a lot of places in this game where sometimes it may seem like I'm doing a weird amount of optimization around something tiny, but it really does come down to these very, very tiny little margins a lot of the time. So, how do we recover? How do we recover from the situation that we are currently in? I don't exactly know. So, we have our faction quest here. We need to search these ruins. All we have right now is a hero and a terribly wounded stone sentinel. Is that the only ruin? Well, we also have to search a ruin that is already overgrown. That is very bad news. Yeah, having the Mycera as a neighbor can be a real nightmare. Well, okay, we got to come back in this direction. Make sure you defeat anyone trying to stand in the way. Tells us that searching these ruins is going to spawn neutrals, so we do need some military force to be present. And honestly, maybe we need to build more military units? Not really. Maybe. We'll see. We got to get these done first, obviously. These dust buildings are of tremendous import. Oh, winter ended. Does that change anything? Probably not, right? I mean, we're gonna get home faster. Changes that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get home. So, we did finish seed storage right as winter ended. We should probably focus up on seed storage. It's like very, very important. This city also needs to put up its titanium extractor. Also very, very important. But the seed storage probably goes first. So we have enough resources to build one golem camp, and then that's just gonna have to be enough for the moment. So you're gonna finish an Empire Mint, you're partway through a Geomic Lab. 54 industry, 19 industry. Yep, this is where we would want to put out the stone sentinels, although probably we would want to upgrade their gear first. So 21 attack, 8 damage. Okay, the other stats are the same. My feeling is we probably want to go battle axes over swords because of the Epitanes, because we're going to be fighting, what do you call it? Mycera troops. We will get a lot of benefit out of the Range Slayer. Let's give you bonus movement. Okay. How long does it take to build one of those? 5 turns. Yeah, 54 industry, that'll do it. It does feel to me like we're like very behind in a pretty dangerous way right now. All right, give me seed storage first. We gotta have population growth. We are never gonna get anywhere without population growth. God, I wish it wasn't. I wish it was not so costly to remove Mycera infestation, because we're in a lot of trouble here. Okay, somebody else got the die. That's fine. Oh, speaking of luxuries, yes, this is the turn for the wine. Obviously, the wine is going to be very helpful. Kind of wondering, actually, if we need to take a moment before we push for the ruin. Yeah, let's detour here and just make sure we're grabbing all these pearls. All right, try to get one done. More food coming in, obviously very important. Okay, Fakir is on what appears to be a peninsula. Very, very far away. Oh, I just realized that's a very fast dust eclipse, which probably tells us that we're going to get a really fast second winter as well. It is probably worth the retrofit. Now the army's a lot faster because the Stone Sentinels can actually keep pace with Makani. And actually, we should probably upgrade Makani's armor too. Like, the weapon's nice, but the armor goes first, I would say. And then I think I want to take you off of Cavalry Slayer and put you on Big Hammer. Yeah, Big Hammer. Okay. Look at this incredibly powerful modern fighting force. What do we want now? Probably something that I don't need to put a lot of effort into getting the benefit of. Like a lot of industry, rather, because our cities are quite busy. So this might be a good time for stuff like meritocratic promotion, or Imperial coinage is probably not it, because I can't imagine we're going to be able to afford to do anything with that. Additional buyout cost buyout cost reduction doesn't really make sense. We're not going to be able to buy anything out anyway. Oh, right. You know, while we have orcs assimilated, they actually are not a bad unit for our army composition. We don't have a proper ranged damage unit. The Geomancer is a support unit. So if we wanted to say, keep you on hand crossbow and shield to help you fight the Epitanes a little bit more effectively. And then, of course, we gave you bonus movement. 240 versus 240. Oh, well. Yeah, maybe, right? Oh, you know what? The completion of a sewer system in this city is extremely high value. Definitely want to push through that. Okay. So, with it about to be eclipse time, do I want to separate these units? No, I mean, no, I don't. Am I going to? Is maybe a better question. Let's run down here. Right, we'll start with the two temple ruins that are really close here. This will give us some time to heal up before we go and fight the monsters that will spawn from this ruin, and then hopefully we can sweep up and grab those as well, and that'll give this unit time to finish. And war is probably off the table, though. For the moment, we're just like 2 behind, I think. All right, where are we getting spawns? So that's an attack spawn. Okay, that'll get dealt with. The gold has run out, which is a shame. Is it time for your camp? Pardon me, sorry. Unfortunately, a lot of the terrain around here is like hot garbage. 11, 4, 19 is the best we could do. The geomic lab here is not like super good. I think it probably is just like build me an orc. Yeah, let's get a little bit of a military together so that we can at least hold our own against all this nonsense. No, I definitely... This is one of those situations where you definitely wanted to let the militia do most of the fighting. So we're going to start outside of their attack range. You're going to run all the way over here. You're going to run all the way over there. Are my settlers up to this, or my militia up to this task? No, not even a little bit. Like, hugely, embarrassingly not. Well, maybe I can get one of those lucky big stuns? Okay, it's an outcome. Ah, yes, chain lightning. Right. I'm gonna have you just disengage. Okay. Spread the damage out a little bit. So we do see a speed conflux over there. All right, let's grab these, run through to that, and then use that to get north. We have a 7-turn eclipse, which is not too bad. The 37, a fancy crossbow. 4 heroes, unfortunately. All right, 60 dust is definitely a little bit more what I was looking for. So we can swing through this conflux and that one on the way up to here. And then we'll really be a very impressive fighting force by then, probably. I can feel us falling behind, though. And also moving rapidly toward our, Ah, yes, picking up conflux. This is worth a little bit of XP. Oh, what is this? Huh. I wonder if these are the neutral armies that are referenced by defeat anyone standing in your way. So I guess the move is grab this first, then turn around and grab that, because obviously the extra movement from this is very significant. Alright, sewers for sure. Guess we'll see if they attack. Honestly, those stats are pretty good. Looks like they're content to just kind of wander. Are they part of the Mycera faction quest, maybe? They could be. 5 adamantium, definitely a thing I didn't want. Who completed the mega pull? Yep, it was also pink. Okay, so if we can, in fact, get pink down, that's a lot of value. That city has accumulated a lot of value. I could start pushing for another settle. Gosh, Still 6 turns, huh? Yeah, I guess just build some basic infrastructure stuff. I'm gonna make an orc here. We'll just have to be careful. Oh, also we'll just have to research some researches. Well, I honestly have no idea what to do at this point. I guess we're probably going on a lot of glass steel weaponry. $30 moonleaf, huh? Alright, you know what? Let's just go. We're going to go around the Gelderus. We'll deal with them later. Oh, or maybe we'll deal with them now. I was trying to have our battle with these not include the minor faction Gelderus. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Turns out those guys still had a hell of a lot of movement left. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this'll work. Just the one left. We should probably not be in a huge hurry to leap over this line. So we're making the 3rd and 4th units for the army. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I'm a little feeling like we're a little behind here. What was the quest you had? 3 minor faction units. Well, we're almost gonna be there. Oh, hey, there are miners in this area. Also, cool, man. So happy to have more adamantium that I have literally no use for. Yeah. But it's not gonna matter too much, is it? We're gonna have to actually fight fair. I guess this denies them their double counter at least. Or their free counter, rather. You know, it is that thing I said. Okay. The dish of Canuck. Well, this gives me something to spend that currency on. Except for the fact that our hero doesn't even want to wear a shield. Yeah, dealing with this is going to be such a nightmare. Alright, we got a lot of good construction down here. I don't know that it makes sense to go for a golem camp in this city right away. Can I build a golem camp over that and get the... I don't know if this would build an extractor or not, honestly. It's maybe worth testing then, I suppose. We shouldn't need this, right? We should be able to maintain our wine levels. Well, actually, no. Not immediately. Not until we get the second wine extractor up. So actually, the sewer system here is relevant. In this city, I kind of just want to here, meet you over here. And obviously, we'll want to grab a movement conflux of our own. Yeah, I kind of don't want to expand onto any of this territory, so I think we may only be building a golem camp in the capital right now. But the capital's golem camp is like, it's going to be awesome, right? Because we get to put it in that position over here. Yeah, 12, 15, 18, 6. Like, that's incredible. And there's a lot to be said for building a point of population as well, right? That does not give me actual stuff to do in Arimda, though. We could just push on the science, but honestly, I don't know that that makes sense to do. Why don't we Stone Sentinel? Because we could take this army up to 7 units, right? Or 6 units. 6 units and a hero. So we should probably actually do that. Is that going to be sufficient to defeat Pink in a war? No, probably not. Oh, it's so obnoxious. Is that the movement conflux? No, okay. All right, we will merge those two up before we grab that. I'm going to wait for zone of control here to move the hell out of my way. Maybe we're just going to kill it? They did end their move there. 78, 56, 60. What is the attack on the orcs? 72. We can probably do this without losses. It keeps them from interfering with our movement later on, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Did I... Yes, I did move you as far as you could be moved. Well... There we go. Now we get everybody. I might want to call in the militia before the archers. Well, I do have an initiative advantage, don't I? You should help with this, and you should go after that one. Okay. Ow, Jesus. 90 damage. And we couldn't even finish him off. Well... Let's trade duties off here a little bit. Hero down. Get 90 damage to a Stone Sentinel. 107. Okay, well, this is not going as cleanly as I had hoped. You need to run. So you should shoot from here, and you should shoot from your first. Yeah, shoot from here. Okay. Okay, 224 damage. Not even Not even an amount that it's possible to have been on their damage chart, but remember that the Ardent Mage's units have that bonus damage per point of health missing thing. That was a lot. Jeez. Well, we can't just be short a hero. Yeah, 224 in a single blow is not something I was prepared for. And then, like, we can start getting the roads together after that. Okay, so now we have full speed. We're going to be able to get one more of these ruins. The other one got grabbed already anyway. We only get one more turn of the quick healing as well. 15 grass silk. Well, just enough movement. Oh, right. Stupid blooms. Yeah, this Mycaro player is really kind of ruining everything. All right, that helps us a little bit in one city. Yep, that's it. A little bit in one city. Things are really not breaking our way here. So, this city is so incredibly underproductive. Yeah, gosh, we have a lot to do here. It's turn 39. I'm thinking about building a settler in Quetlusk for the purposes of grabbing this region with the 3 already pacified villages. Right after the Empire plan, of course, and then... Oh, speaking of the Empire plan, it's going to be a nightmare, right? Yeah, we're only going to be able to get the first tier because it gets really expensive, especially with 3 cities. And we have not had much time to devote people to other stuff. Devote people to the production of influence. So, yeah, this breaks down really ugly in a lot of ways, huh? Too many things to do, not enough time in which to do them, and all of our cities are really slow at all of them. There's nowhere that it makes sense to build a golem camp, and even if there was a place, it would take such a long time that it would still probably be wrong. I'm gonna build the settler. We gotta take this region. We gotta take this region. The 2 cities that can actually build things are just gonna have to keep pressing. And as far as a proper war footing goes, I guess it's just not in the cards. It's not on the table anytime soon. Yep, that's all we're doing. And then what? Well, I guess a significant part of and then what is we need eyes on the Pink City. We need to know what's going on over there. A war with Pink is going to be high risk and extremely high reward. And I want to have some idea when it would actually be a good idea to begin pushing that war. I think we might just pound out a settler here. So this settler takes Vedra. This settler takes Liku, and we're going to have to put down a volcano former somewhere to make that make sense. So can we safely get across Pink's border and check out their stuff even? Well, no watchtowers yet. Four turns from the production of both settlers. This is pretty sketchy. Aha. Can we get eyes on the nameplate? Looks like no. Also, out of curiosity, were I to, say, want to declare war on them? 47. Okay. I think we're going to stay focused on industry for the moment, but, you know, if I saw an opportunity here, I think we would have to leap on it as hard as humanly possible. So... if we can't be running the wine all the time, we gotta have a better plan here. Okay, Toyak has 230 fortification and a somewhat significant garrison. Somebody else has 30 units at the same time. Let's just go mount up with you. The completion of this golem camp is going to help us a lot. 4 units and definitely a governor. Under 230 points of fortification. We're going to drop back to here, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do any retrofitting. I mean, obviously the weapons are made entirely out of glass steel. But there may still be a dust cost for the retrofit, depending on the industry cost of the difference between the glass steel weapon and the iron weapon. So we'll see. It may not be a thing we can actually get into. 5 turns off of being able to run that. Even with the golem camp, we do not have positive. Well, plus approval. This is like a tiny, tiny amount of approval leading into a large amount of science. I don't think we want to stick around for volcanology. I think we want to just push north. Makani Che can pick up an extra enforcement trinket. It's an object. Accessory. Extra accessory slot. Apparently my brain is just not up to the task right now. I think that's what we're learning. Make me an orc. We may as well complete this army, right? So let's have a quick look at what the weapon changeover cost would be. We're looking at it's probably this 40 industry weapon versus a 36 industry weapon. So not 0 is the point. What is the actual stat difference? 21, 33 initiative, 12 damage, 21, 8 damage. So quite small. We don't know what initiative we need to have here, so I don't know that it's worth doing the re-equip. Same deal with Makani. 27, 24, minus 12 plus 24. Yeah, it's 4 damage and some initiative, and we have no idea. No idea if that initiative is relevant. So... Oh, it's overgrown. I was like, wow, how is there a ruin there we've never searched? But right, it's overgrown. Part of me wants to just try to rush them. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't really know what we do from here. So we're getting our settlers done. We don't actually want to put the cities down until after we have fired the wine. The turn we fire the wine, we want to drop both of the cities. And that'll offset the approval loss from putting them down. But that's basically all it will do. So it's not going to be enough to keep us fervent, at least in the short term. And then I guess we can start building the roads and stuff. That's going to help a lot with both our science and our industry, or science and our dust. But yeah, it's a rough situation we find ourselves in for sure. Think about it though. What if they're asleep at the wheel? What if there's no hero in the city right now? This is unrealistic. We don't need to do the math on this. There's just no chance. But look at this. Like, look at how hard it is for us to utilize anything around us. I do feel like we're being sort of strangled out by the fungus nonsense. All right. I hate to do this. Well, okay. I was gonna say I hate to do this. I'm gonna call the episode here for today because unfortunately, I do have something I'm gonna have to take care of in real life. But you know what? I'm gonna insert a cut. I'm gonna take a break here. Y'all won't even know what happened. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I mean, I guess you've been here the whole time. Welcome back to me. Just for the sake of clarity, it has now been like 27 hours since I paused for a moment to deal with the real life thing. By the time I was done with it, it was a whole situation. Anyway, it's the next day, and I am now picking up where we left off. I have to be honest with you. I feel like in situations like this, and in some ways it's about to get better as we found these new cities, and in some ways it's going to, for a little while, get much worse. When we're in these situations where we're sort of like languishing and I'm trying to pull back up out of like a weird economic gambit that didn't work out, or if I just, didn't play that well for a while and we're sort of like behind economically, I have trouble maintaining hope. I get to feeling pretty hopeless. Is this one pearl? Is this two pearls? I don't really know. I guess what else am I gonna do though? Well, and the proper answer to that is come over here and start burning down this fungal infection. Yeah, I mean, we gotta do it. Is that also two pearls? That is 4? And it goes next to the road. Yeah, we can grab that on the way out. So we have our settlers coming down, although we're gonna delay the settling of the cities slightly intentionally. Do I have access to... No, I do not have access to that part of the market. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, I guess another thing we could be doing with these units, and probably should be starting next turn. Well, I was going to say breaking a unit off and volcano forming, but I guess I got to figure out where I want to do that first, right? Because this region does not have anywhere set up for it, and volcano forming over here isn't going to do anything. These tiles are already 0 food. Like this feels like a pretty natural place. Well, this tile would have 4 food on it if we volcano formed. So would this one, and then these forest tiles also would have a little bit. I mean, that's an earth spine. That's an approval anomaly. Yeah, there is like a chromatic land, earth spine, river area over here. The river's not bad. And while mineral rich is cool, it does not give you happiness. So yeah, I guess the question then comes down to a matter of... Oh wait, there's another... Oh yeah. Yeah, there sure is. Okay, so maybe it's right here then, huh? Gets us a, well, I was gonna say it gets us another coastal city. The south coast is not valuable. But yeah, right here with the ability to expand into the river, the ability to expand into here. And that makes it sort of like a forward waypoint in a push on Doyak if we were going to do such a thing, which I still think we probably ought to. Yeah, okay. It's a plan. We are definitely going to have to move some people back over onto dust production for a minute here. But yeah, I feel like, not to go tooting my own horn too much here or anything. Lord knows I am not the best player in the world at this game or anything, but I do feel like I have a pretty solid like war. I think I'm good at that part of the game as much as I do not necessarily want to engage with it a lot of the time. But in particular, I think I'm good at war from behind, from a sort of a disadvantaged position. And also, you know, whatever double entendres you want to jam in there. But the economic game, when I get behind economically, I feel fragile. I feel much worse. And evidence suggests that I'm probably pretty okay at economics from behind too. It just, for some reason, it feels a lot worse to me. Yo, look at the new output of these tiles. So adding volcanic to a tile does often add industry as well. So I shouldn't just be looking at the food differential. The new output here is fantastic. And then I probably want to have you just come and join up, right? It's only, well, I was gonna say for the fortification value, but I guess actually that's not relevant, is it? You don't use your fortification to take down fungal growths. It's just like a whole thing unto itself. So actually what I probably want to do is drop another volcano former, like... So in order to pick that tile up, like if I were going to volcano form the whole area, we'd have to put one there. That takes care of this stuff. So if I drop a volcano former here, that gets us a lot of the remaining tiles, but not all of them. And what if I want to volcano form the ruins? I'm just going to put the next one here. And let's go ahead and do that now. So 2, 12, and 2. Let's spend some titanium for it, I guess. Okay. Central market's going to be high value. And what is next? We have roads already. We're probably heading into winter pretty soon here. What's my tech speed's not like terrible, but I guess this would help keep us from falling behind. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab it. We can probably turn this back off for the moment. We're definitely going to take a dust hit over the next couple of turns here by having all of these armies running around. Oh, I did not consider the danger that my settler would be in running over here. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to be fine. You're just going to move to the edge. Okay, yeah, we got to take a moment here. Central market's pretty high value. The road is too, but... yeah, unfortunately we gotta spend some money on some dust here. And this is like, right now it feels like we are being pulled in all directions and I'm just not generating anything. I feel like I'm falling further behind every moment. And that's where that feeling of hopelessness comes up. And the lesson here is that you just got to play through it, right? Like the only way forward is through. But it can be very difficult. It's discouraging. It's not super fun to feel that way, right? Hi, Red. here in the neutral zone. Do it. I dare you. Okay. Hi. Could I not? There we go. Listen, I would just search it if I could. Yep, that's safe. You just go ahead and keep running along. You, unfortunately, will have to run out into the open here. Okay. So hopefully they don't mess with the volcano formers. They totally could. It didn't really occur to me that I needed to be worried about it, but of course I do. Negotiation tactics went to the Draken, I assume? Actually, no. Okay. So, do we know anything else? Pink has been taking advantage of the Erkenhops, as always, and the answer is no. We don't know anything else. We don't know anybody else's position anywhere. All right. Well, nothing for it. So let's merge you up as quickly as possible. Just make it clear that we are not to be messed with here. Same deal. You get in there. Maybe smartest to remain in my own territory, given how this is going. You don't really have a choice, unfortunately. All right, 2 turns, 2 turns. And for the moment, we maintain happy. All right, let's get this stuff going. Once the wine fires, we're actually going to be in a pretty okay spot for a little while, at least, economically speaking. So we'll only have to delay the actual settle by 1 turn in this case, and by 0 turns in this case. You're not going to get there until, like, the moment. In fact, I probably... Oh, I think they just gained a new level of technology or a new... Okay, it looks like we actually get there in the same number of turns. It's a couple more spaces, but it's the same number of turns if we stay inside of our territory the whole way, so that seems like the wise move. Food production's back to normal in a way that does not affect us pretty much at all. And we need to wait 1 more turn on that settle. It's entirely possible that Pink is going to respond to this settle with aggression, in which case we'll be real happy that we built ourselves a proper army, even if it is small. We get to use some of that strategic acumen I was talking about earlier. Find out if it is in fact a real thing. Oh, was that the beginning of winter? It sure was. The turn I want to put down my new cities. What a time. What a time for it. Literally 0 food. Oh no, this actually... It becoming winter means that I did add time to our... Well, no, if I go down this way... It's okay. We might get attacked if I do that. Oh no, you just got out of the water. Okay. Yeah. If we go down this way, it's okay. So we'll queue that. Alright. Another legendary deed. The Mycera have their extractors working overtime, and good for them, you know? Mill Foundry, please. Oh, yeah, probably y'all ought to eat. That's fine. That's fine, get food. We are 2 technologies away from moving up to the next era. What do we really need before we move on? I think, even though I don't know for sure that we have a use for it, that we should grab the Geomancer just to see. I need to get familiar with Geomancy. My suspicion is, my feeling right now is that we're going to lose this game. So we should probably gather intel here for the next game. I have been told, Leader Enemy Boss did drop me a note reminding me that in ELCP, this is not base game functionality, but in ELCP, the Geomancer converts the tile that it is standing on to volcanic at the beginning of every turn. I think it's a temporary. I think it's just for that turn, and then it warps back. But that is very handy behavior. There are a lot of places where you get a lot of value out of that. And it works even if they're in a city garrison or something. So could be some real use there, especially if you like take over a city and you need to temporarily make it behave. I don't think we have anything else to do this turn, really. All of our cities are mighty busy. We're actually maintaining positive dust output and everything here. All right, do the thing as quickly as possible. Ah, hooray for cities with built-in population. Okay, that is fully somebody else's problem. Not going to think about that at all. Sadly, not quite enough dust coming in for us to be able to full-time refocus our people. I can pause the market in that town, though. We should finish this one, because this one does need it to get ecstatic. Is that a new Urkin? Alright, Chaka's here, delivering Mycera all over the world, as they do. Aha! We got a green player. Don't know anything about that, except for the fact that that was not green before. Which is not, it's not zero information. Oh, do I need to population focus somewhere? Oh, yeah. Shoot. Alright, inconvenient but necessary. We sure as heck don't want to be losing bodies. Alright, in the capital... Is the capital going to become a place where we must... Boy, that's awkward. Why couldn't there be a watchtower base here, you know? Is the capital going to become the place where we have the people on dust? It just may be. So we do need to be making some money. That said, I also want my alchemy workshop. How many people can I put on dust and still keep the 2 turns? Alright, well, it gets us the alchemy workshop before we go broke, and then after the workshop's finished, we refocus people. We're starting to get back online a little bit. How's the Empire doing? Okay, we haven't quite managed to maintain the highest level because of the extra expansion disapproval, but it's very fixable. After you finish that, your number 1 priority is... Oh, right. The Mycarian wine extractor is going to prevent me from building my own wine extractor. I have to go burn that down, too. Ugh. Nightmares. Alright, well, who's ready to really, really, really succeed at a quest battle? Also, I feel like you should get some reward. It takes so much effort to defungify a place. It should do something for you. Alright, obviously, we can just go ahead and burn through that one right quick. Huzzah! 25 titanium. Something seems out of place in the ruins located in Brahma. Investigate further to earn the Coney School of Elite Riders. Unfortunately, made out of Palladian instead of Adamantian. But adds fortification and quite a lot of experience. So plus 100 XP for some sense of scale. That's almost enough XP to go from level 3 to level 4. And from like the lowest point in level 3. So that's pretty cool. Where is this ruin in Brahma? It's as far away as it could possibly be. It is not overgrown though. You know? So thank heavens for small favors, I suppose. Let us all say thanks to Crow. Okay. Mycera are taking over Urkins, which is going to make our task a little bit trickier. And then... do I want to grab Public Granary, maybe? We could grab the Golem Rider. I'm not, like, necessarily super wild about this unit. It's certainly good. And it does give your force a little bit more offensive punch. If you're running just Stone Sentinels and Geomancers, obviously your damage output's pretty poor. But I think the Orcs are going to cover that for us. So we could maybe go like Glory of Empire as well. Food is pretty good. Give me the food. Give me the food. I do think that I neglect my Empire plans, though. Speaking of which, we should probably have one. So as long as the wine's running, a lot of our stuff is in pretty good shape. There's no universe where we get to 300, right? Right now we're going to generate an extra 64. In order to get to 300, I need to generate 200 influence in... We'd have to assign a lot of people. Yeah, we'd have to assign a lot of people to influence generation. What was it you wanted? Me to colonize the region? We should probably just burn that village. Alright. Obviously, we're going to have to do away with the Gelderus here, but also obviously should be pretty straightforward. Be honest with you, the thing I want to build most in this situation is right-of-way. Just get the roads running up to the north. Probably not actually the most correct next thing. If I went right-of-way and I assigned everybody to industry, everybody but one to industry, it would only take 6 turns. That's going to get done the turn after. You know what? I think that is, in fact, what I'm going to do. We have the resources for the altar now, and we benefit tremendously from expanding one tile in this direction. We are going to want to do some of this, though. I think that's pretty important. Wouldn't it be cool if we had money for a change? Alright. I shouldn't need to manual this, but you know what? Let's just be on the safe side, shall we? So we have full control of the numbers here, which rules. Let's get the archers on the high ground. And you can start in the city tile and carry all that anger forward. Now these things do have sweep strike back, so it's pretty important that we attack them from the correct angle. You just should not get involved. That's my feeling about that. Okay, you are the first one to melee attack, and then you do this. Alright, that should give us everything. No sweep strike backs hitting 2 people, and hopefully just like a lot of dead Gelderus. Okay, not bad. I like the Gelderus a lot, actually. They're a very fast-moving, very high-damage unit. They have Dark Proof, which gives them, I believe it's winter immunity and something else, I think. But you can see there, 127 life, 34 defense, but 63 attack and 76 damage. They're truly terrifying. And their assimilation bonus is plus 5% damage on all of your units for every assimilated village. We have not had the opportunity this series to ally with them, but they are in fact one of my favorite minor factions. They just have not shown up in the useful places. Was Chaka gained through violence? I can't actually. There we go. Chaka was gained through violence. All right, let's focus up here, but we may be able to steal that. And look who's building another wonder. Gosh, I want control of that city. I want it so bad. And remember, we don't necessarily have to declare war to steal Chaka. This will be them complaining about the fungal bloom. Yep, that's true. I did murder your building family. If you would like to do something about it, you know where we are. It is going to take such a long time to get. Well, how many people can I assign over while keeping that next turn birth? Alright, I'm going to try to get this done quickly. It's probably worth getting the sewer system first. We'll bump everybody over. Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh. Pink has assimilated the Dorgeshi. They are really taking off. Like, I want to kill them, first of all, for space reasons, and secondly, for kind of spite-based reasons. But to be perfectly honest with you, eliminating them from the game may be necessary for they're gonna win before we do reasons. Alright, got ourselves another fight, and unfortunately, I engaged from a pretty not great angle here. Yeah, I should have backed up and hit them from the south. As soon as I did it, I saw the error. Well, this is going to suck a lot. Oh, they actually let one of my units move, though. And then the unit just chose not to. What? That's a huge... The AI. AI's killing me here. Alright, well, we're probably never going to get these two units clear of the reinforcement panels unless they die at this point. So, aha. So you can run over here first. You try to focus down one of them. Yeah, there we go. Now that we're not 100% stone sentinels, I feel like we have some chance. Oof, lot of zeros, lot of zeros. Okay. Well, we managed to win that battle because they gave it to us, and I really appreciate them for doing so. We repelled the strikes, but by the time we reached the ruins, they'd been scorched. When the fires died, we found only charred and twisted remnants in the ashes, their purpose and origin unrecognizable. Auriga's denizens are frightening. We must train Kapaku to ensure our safety. From the Journal of Custodian Actil. The Kapaku stand at a great crossroads. The history of this world remains shrouded in smoke, but it cannot be disputed that Auriga seethes with intelligent life. Myriad races occupy the planet, from wind-swept deserts to snow-covered peaks, from shadowy forests to deep caverns, even in the clear, terrifying seas. The Kapaku have found creatures that are much more than simple beasts. Understanding is difficult, but we cannot deny the truth. They are civilized. They are like us. Well, except for one vital difference. More like a gulf, in truth. Where we suffer and struggle in Auriga's hellish landscapes, they flourish. Oh no, see what we're doing here versus Pink, it's just role-playing. I'm role-playing really effectively. And that's the great dilemma that threatens to tear us apart. Do we attempt to claim the entire world as we originally intended and consign them to death? Or do we try to fashion some equilibrium with these races, so all may survive? The doubters say turning Auriga into a world of rock and lava would make us no better than the machines, while the defenders chide that we have no time for sentimentality. In their eyes, to think that we can share this world is the deadliest naivete. Overseer Elohis and Custodian Tua share the latter opinion, of course. They are not always in harmony, however. Yesterday I spied them in furious argument, the endless a trembling volcano of suppressed rage, while Tua spat gobs of incandescent fire. I don't know if that's poetic language or a real thing. It seems like it could be a real thing, right? Elohis stonewalled me when I later asked about the nature of their feud, while Tua answered with barefaced lies. She told me their quarrel concerned only tactics, and in the larger strategy of conquering Auriga they were united. I don't know which path we should take. All I know is that there are secrets to uncover. The Endless have a past here, I'm certain of it. And if I can't ascertain that past myself, then I must create champions who can. Deep divisions risk spilling into civil war over the rights of Auriga's other races. I must learn why the Endless sent us here, and fast. So we gotta build the Coney School, which unfortunately means getting access to 20 Palladian. Perhaps not an entirely trivial task. What did y'all want? Y'all wanted... Oh, we actually have that. Okay, we'll turn around one step and turn that in next turn. And then probably that should be the last turn for the episode. And from there, I think we need to position our army to potentially steal Chaka. Be awfully useful. We can put it back here, make it hard for all kinds of everything's happening. Do we get a reward for doing this? Or is it just pacification? Okay, some glass steel. That's not nothing. More than nothing. That's something. Okay, so we did not locate even a single Palladian deposit in our lands. Do we see any? Yes. But that's it, actually. That's the only one. Wow, we got a rough deal here, strategic resource-wise. And literally no tier 2 luxuries at all. Okay, no, we can see some grass silk. Grass silk's handy. Okay, well, gosh is really all I have to say about that. We are in a non-optimal position, is how I might describe it. I was gonna say that, like, it's very obvious we go smelting station first, right? But given that we don't have a Palladian source and we only have one Adamantian, I'm not sure that's true. We do have access to siege engineering, which provides a rubble stockpile when you deal enough siege damage to enemy city fortifications. The rubble stockpile is it's sort of like the recycled stockpile for the necrophages, except for industry instead of food. So that's something. Is this the... Yes, this is have an Empire approval value of 100. Okay. So we don't know how long it's going to take for someone to enter Era 4, but it would be nice to sit at 100 so that we can snag this if somebody does push over. What do I want to pick up first then? We could get bread and circuses. That would probably go some distance toward putting us on Glorious Father territory. Obviously, the other big option is Dust Refinery, because we actually do have the glass steel income to run this. Yeah, maybe. I guess it's a decision that can be left to next time. So we're very close to getting our trade network online, which obviously is going to be hugely helpful. And, you know, we don't necessarily have to be able to win a war with Pink. We just have to set ourselves up in a position where we can snipe their city. Because with a one city faction, you take the city away and their entire deal is eliminated from the game instantly. So, all we have to do is set ourselves toward creating that one moment of weakness that we would need so badly. And once we have that, that's really not loading very gracefully, is it? Once we have that, I think we'd actually, we'd gain a huge amount of value from taking that city over. It's a very good city. So I do think that's got to be our play for sort of putting us economically back up where we ought to be. So, while this is, of course, it for us for today, when you come back next time, we're looking to that. We're looking to dig just that one little hole in their defenses that's going to let us sneak in. And we'll see you then.